opportunity is knocking. It's at the next exit. As I said to you in the very beginning, you're going to have the ability to function as an associate, a builder, and an owner. And I'm going to explain to you how that's possible. So let's just transition here just a second. And I'm going to share with you our comp plan and how you can function and earn income and create ways to earn. Now, before I dive into this segment, you know, we wanted to develop, when I sat back and created this overall system, I said, self, I have to create a system that is simple. So many people out there are looking for opportunity and big money, and they're looking for something that is life changing. I mean, in fact, myself, I was looking for something that was life changing, and that's why I'm here today, a part of ERS. Got started in solar almost back in about 2009, and I came to ERS primarily not for solar. I came to ERS for the real estate, mortgage, insurance, and financial services because that was something that I'm very passionate about. But because I had been doing solar for some years, combine that with real estate, I said, wow, this could be a powerful opportunity. And that's what I set out to create for everyone. All right. And so, obviously for you folks on the line right now, you have the option, number one, to become a client. Simply go to our website or one of our experts, professionals, our associates, and get a free energy evaluation and see how solar can help you. All right. Or number two, if you're an opportunist, you can enroll as what we call a referring field associate as a start. There's simply a one-time $125 administrative enrollment fee, which is going to help you gain your own replicated site and submit your client utility information and earn up to 30% commission or beyond, and also our builder profit share and so much more. But the bottom line is get in where you fit in. We've created something, a little something for everyone. All right, because we know not everyone is for everything and not everything is for everyone. All right, so let me explain to you how this works. See, we wanted to make sure that as an opportunist, there's a lot of opportunity out there, but again, we wanted to create and keep it simple. So we focus on having a simple system regulate your business. If you guys have ever heard of the SEC, this is what regulates your business because at the end of the day, all you're going to need to do is learn how to share. Can you share a good thing? Yes or yes? Absolutely. Right? And we've made it very simple for our agents and associates because we've created what we call a ERS TLC CCQ, whereby every one of our real estate, mortgage, or insurance, or commercial finance, professionals with their clients, they share this form. If the client so happens to check on some of the boxes for home services, guess what? That becomes an internal lead for our home services division. So we dish out leads to our associates to help them grow their business. Can you share a good thing? Absolutely. And obviously, you can obviously go onto our website and share the power of what we're doing as well. We have a great amount of education on the website. And that's what we focus on, is being very educational oriented. Number two, expose. So we've created weekly events, business opportunity presentations, BOPs, and also workshops to help our clients and our associates share the opportunity. Okay, and just allow the system to close. So SEC, share, expose, and allow the system to close. All right. Now we've created a 6-step process because I want you to think about this. As an associate on the line, you're saying, well, wait a minute. Well, what am I responsible for? Well, number one, you're responsible for being competent. We're going to provide you training every single week. And all we say is, hey, plug in. Just as much as you got to plug in your power cords into the electrical box in your home, plug yourself in so that way you can learn every single day and week. And every week we're going to be resharpening the saw. Now, as a client process, as you can see here, is our clients are able to simply leverage what we call that TLC CCQ. Okay, that's going to be completed by our RFAs and above. All right, that information is going to be submitted to our CFAs and above. They're going to be gathering all the detailed client information. And once that's done, as you can see, we're going to be providing a design and proposal creation for the client, which we were just talked about a few minutes ago. All right. Once that has been created, our CFA and above is going to provide a review of that design and proposal. All right. Once that's approved and the client is all ready to rock and roll and move forward, we schedule for site survey. Once that's conducted, we submit the information we gather for engineering so that we can have a building plans and for permitting process. And then number 6, we do the install. We get paid and we share. We have a very great, excellent install channel partner called ESP. All right. And so they do an excellent job for us. Now, how do we pay? We pay up to 10% of the solar system's gross system cost. All right. So if that system, for example, was to create an expense of $30,000, all right, well, guess what? 10% of that is commissionable. So in this case, that would be $3,000. So as you can see here, if you're a 30%, we kind of built the comp plan like a real estate or insurance or mortgage, agent. They get paid based on their contract level. So the same thing is you start within our division as a 30% up to an 80%. All right. So if you were at a 30% contract, that $3,000 commission, you would gain $900. If you're at a 50% contract, you would gain $1,500. And if you're at an 80% contract, that would be $2,400 to you for that one single client. Now imagine if you had 1 or 10 clients a month, 2 clients, 3 clients a month. This is pretty powerful. So whether you want to be part-time or full-time, the decision and the choice is up for you, but the opportunity is very lucrative. Now I know you're asking the question, you're saying, hey, Mr. Gaffney, how do I promote myself up? Yes, I see how I can start at a 30%, but how do I rank up to that 80%? Well, let me get down to that. As you can see on the right side, we have a personal production method, and we also have team production. So no matter if you want to just be a personal producer, or maybe perhaps you want to be a team producer, or a combination of both, you're going to have the ability to advance to the next rank. All right. And so what happens is let's take that same example of a $3,000 commission. Remember we said 30,000, 10% is commissionable. That would be 3,000. Let's say, for example, you did 25 of those deals. Well, that would land you within the $61,000 to $99,000 range, and you would be promoted to the rank of certified field associate, 50%. Okay. Or if you developed a team of 5 folks and a volume of about 100,000, so if you helped 5 folks achieve some installs, then guess what? You'd have over 100,000 at or over 100,000 in production, and you'd achieve the rank of certified field associate. All right. And of course, to rank up from there, as you can see, it just increases. Senior certified field associate, 55%, certified field trainer, 60%, and so on and so on. So the power, as you can see here, the bottom left, reach 5, teach 5, and high 5 to the bank. When you achieve 5-5-30, something magical happens, which is 5 clients, proposed, 5 new recruits within 30 days. When you focus on that and you by default help 5 people do this themselves, you're going to automatically rank yourself to the certified field associate level. The power here is reaching 5, teaching 5, and that way we're all equally high-fiving fairly to the bank. Now, I said I'd help you earn and share with you how you can earn as an associate, a builder, and an owner. So let me just break that down to you real quick before we close. So let's just use that same example of a $3,000 commission. Okay, $3,000 commission, which is 10% of that gross commission income. Okay, GCI. So as an associate, let's say for example, let's say Damian Russell, you're at a 50% contract here as an associate, right? So of this $3,000, you're going to gain $1,500. That's 50% of that $3,000. Pretty good, right? Now, how this is going to break down, because I know, people on the line are saying, well, wait a minute, what happens to the rest of the 50%? 100% of 3,000, that's 3,000. So that was only 1,500, 50%. What happens to the rest of the $1,500, the 50%? Well, guess what? We've created a very fair, balanced, and lucrative comp plan, and we're going to share with you why and how this is so powerful. See, the first 20%, of that remaining 50%, which goes into the company gross profit, the first 20% is overhead to the branch. So whatever branch you're functioning out of, or if you're creating your own branch, you already gained $300 just for providing the support for that associate. Now, the remaining, which is $1,200 now because $300 was subtracted from the $1,500. That's $1,200. This is going to be split, divided equally. $600 is going to go into what we call our builder bonus pool payout. This is where the money is, folks. This is where the money is. Okay. So what's going to happen is, of that $600, depending on where you are as a builder in our builder ranks, you can rank between 20% up to 80%. Okay. And we have a detailed numbers as far as how do you rank. Okay. But just imagine if you're at a field vice president position, 60% within our builder comp plan, that would be $360 just for, let's say you recruited this associate into the business and you didn't help train or do anything with that associate, but you got paid. That's the power of our comp plan, folks. So a lot of builders are loving this comp plan. The branch owner is loving it because guess what? The remaining 600 is divided equally, 50% to the owner and 50% to corporate. So the corporate takes the smallest amount of the pie. How do you like that? Right? The branch owner is going to get $600 of that. The builder is getting paid, okay? And who got paid the most? The associate that originated the file, the client, okay? So our comp plan is very powerful, and what it does is it provides an associate the ability to function out of any branch that we have within ERS, because which branch owner is going to say no to production? Exactly. And if you're a builder and you're saying, man, I'm busy, I don't have time to train, guess what? You allow them to plug into a branch, that we provide obviously training so that way they can be trained and you can override that client or that associate's production. So our comp plan is very powerful, folks. Let me give you a little bit more of an example of an associate that got excited and said, hey, I want to do more than just one a deal a month. I want to do 5 deals per month. As you guys know, some of the top professionals out there in the solar industry, they do about 10 to 15 or 20 solar deals per month. So 5 deals per month, that associate at a 50% contract level would earn $7,500, which would be 50% of the earned income. Okay, $15,000 because they did 5 deals. The remaining $7,500, which is 50%, would go to company gross profit. So 20% to the branch. Wow, look at that. $6,000 is now divided equally. $3,000 into the builder pool, $3,000 split 2 ways, and OMG. I mean, could you imagine being a builder in this scenario? You have one person on your team producing 5 deals per month and you can get paid. That's pretty amazing and powerful, folks. But imagine if that builder got super excited and ecstatic and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go out there and find more people that want the opportunity. And now I'm going to help get involved, and I'm going to help them duplicate exactly what that first associate was doing. I'm going to get actively involved in this process, right? And so think about it. So if you had 10 associates on your team, and this is an example, of course, individual results may vary, right? You can have 100 people on your team. But just imagine if you had 10 that just did 5, okay? 10 that did 5. That's 50 deals, okay? That's $150,000 in income if each of those deals were at a $3,000 average, right? So each of those associates would earn their individual production of $7,500 in commission, but the company gross profit in this case would be $7,500. Let's see how that shakes out. The branch 20%, wow. 60,000 is now divided equally. OMG, the builder. Imagine being this builder here at a field vice president position level. That's $18,000. You could have a team of 10, 100, or 1,000 and just see the commissions that can be generated within this industry of solar. This is why this is so powerful, folks. We want to create a big money opportunity within this industry so that way everyone can make a change. Now, in closing, how do you get started? It's very simple. And I want you guys to understand something because this was no coincidence. Just think about this for a second. The difference between a CFA at a 50% level and an RFA at a 30% level, just the difference here, okay? Just the difference here is $600. So imagine if you were a CFA with a team, an army of RFAs at 30% level. And you're at a 50% level. Guess who gets the split? You do as the upline. That's additional comp plan. Imagine if you had those 10 or 20 people on your team directly to you and you got the 20% difference. That's $6,000 in income a month if you had a team of 10 with that kind of production every single month. Just giving you guys some perspective. In addition to that, we have associate bonuses, $500 fast start production bonus. What happens is after your first 3 installs, we want to reward you. We're going to give you a $500 fast start production bonus when you complete your first 3 installs. Just an additional, hey, go out there and celebrate. Take your family on a nice vacation. Have a good experience and a good time. Monthly builder pool. What happens is every single month, we as a company, we set aside $25 for every new associate that joins the company. See, I wanted to make sure that everyone had an opportunity to get compensated off the growth of the company as a whole, not just based on your team individually, but the growth of the company, because at the end of the day, the synergy of the whole is creating the growth of all. Okay, the synergy of the whole. Okay, so us working together by default is going to grow the company. So what happens is in order to achieve a share of this monthly pool, when you achieve 5-5-30, meaning you get 5 client proposals in the pipeline, you gain 5 new recruits in your business within 30 days, calendar days, right? You gain 1 share. And if that pool is $2,500 because we have 100 new signups for the month in the company, or if it's $25,000 because we have, 1,000 new signups in the company, you can gain a share. Now, how do you get started again? Step number 1, you can enroll in what we call, obviously as an RFA, one-time $125 fee. You can also register for our Certified Field Trainer training course, which is an additional $500. All right, all inclusive, and that right there gives you additional training and support to launch your business forward. Okay, and step number 2, you want to focus on the fundamental building block of our business, 5-5-30. 5-5-30. Every single month, if you did this, you achieve 5 client proposals in your pipeline. You achieve 5 new business partners in your business within that 30 days. If you focus on that every single month as your business plan of action, you're going to definitely have success by default. All right. And step number 3, learn about ERS overall, our total living concept, and understand how ERS can be that early retirement system for you. Now, in closing, actions equal results. If you're one sitting on the couch, sitting there saying, or in your office or behind your cubicle saying, hey, you know what, I want change, I'm going to tell you what, you have to demand it. But at the end of the day, if you're wanting change and you're wanting results, you're going to have to put forth the action. So understand this. I'm going to give you some action steps for right now. Number 1, write down all that you know who pay an electricity bill. All that you know that pay electricity bill. Write down 10 people that need this opportunity. I'm pretty sure you have a list of 100, but just start with 10. Complete the enrollment form online. Go to our website, www.ershomeservices. Click on the very top. It says Launch Career, and you can simply enroll online. We have these videos here that explain the opportunity overview, all right, from the client perspective, the industry perspective, and the compensation plan. So you can rewatch it, or you can help guide your prospective recruits to that site so they can get a overview at any time of the day, or just for your learning purposes. But go on there and launch your business today. All right, tonight. Lead by example and get your free energy evaluation now. Be an ambassador of renewable energy yourself, and see how solar can affect you and your family and friends now. That's the best way to learn, and that's why we put 5-5-30 in place. Because think about it: 5 new clients can be you, your brother or sister, your mother, your parents, anyone in your family or friends or acquaintances at work that are just looking into solar. People on social media. It's not hard to launch your business and focus on the folks already within your immediate network. We're talking energy, folks, so be excited. Be excited. Every single day, I have the honor, privilege, and privilege to wake up thinking about how I can impact the lives of so many folks out there, not just with solar, but with our total living concept. So that's what's making us very different and unique, because a lot of folks that are in the solar industry already, they're saying, wow, I'm losing out on valuable assets right now, valuable income right now, because I'm working with clients and I cannot help them like we can here within ERS within the areas of real estate, mortgage, and insurance. Furthermore, when it comes to our total living concept and the way that we're engaging new associates and clients is just powerful in and of itself. And so I get excited every single morning I wake up because I understand, like my University of San Francisco education said, hey, you graduate, go out and change the world from here. I'm empowering and impacting people's lives to change the world from here within the renewable energy and financial services arena, and you can too. My favorite three quotes, I'm going to leave you guys with this is, number one, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something, do things you've never done. Increase your work ethic. Gain a more heightened and sharpened entrepreneurship mentality or mindset, and create new ways of thinking. Go out there and read new books. Get more engaged spiritually, intellectually, physically, and your financial fitness will definitely grow by default. But you have to change. You have to change. It starts with you as leader. All right, because you're leading yourself. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can get started today. And last but not least, listen, folks, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Again, I'm very honored to be a part, of your guys' lives and being able to share with you guys this amazing opportunity. But again, it's only as amazing as its people, and we're looking for some great folks to get involved with our growing opportunity. We launched this division about 4.5 months ago, and the opportunity is definitely taking off in an amazing way, and you have the ability to be a part of something that's going to be huge. All right. So again, timing and positioning is everything. You're getting at the right time. You're going to be able to position yourself effectively and with a team that really cares about every person that joins, and also creating the ultimate client experience. All right. So thank you guys all. Get back with the person that invited you guys tonight and let them know, hey, either you're a 1, 2, or 3. 1 meaning, hey, you know what? I'm ready to get started. Let's rock and roll. Send me to that website. Let's sit down and do a launch interview tonight or tomorrow morning, so that way I know how to launch my business effectively and get the results that I want. I want you guys to understand something. It's a two-person, system. You as a new associate getting started with us have a responsibility to go out there and follow the system and run the play. But most importantly, the person bringing you into this business as your upline leader has a responsibility to also help you grow and be that support system that you need every single day. All right? So understand that when you get started with us, number one, when you're ready, we're going to provide you the system and the support. Number two, you may have some questions. Well, guess what? I hope you've written them down, because we want to make sure that all of them get answered. And number three, hey, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. As I said earlier, not everything is for everyone and vice versa. But the bottom line is it may be for you as a client, or it may be for your neighbor or someone else you know. So don't be selfish and share this information. Remember, that was step one in our SEC, simply sharing. Can you share a good thing? Can you share a good thing? And I believe that you can, because we're all great people. So again, Lord bless, take care. I thank each and every one of you guys for your time, because that's the one thing we can never get any more of. Can't buy it, right? And I'm very honored to be a part of this opportunity.